Good morning, guys. Okay, Monday morning again. So, thought I'd give you something a little different. And obviously, we're back outside because it ain't raining today. So, I thought I'd get out one of my Christmas presents from Mrs. P. I think I told you guys about this a couple months back. But I wanted to bring it up and discuss it a little bit, especially for all of you guys in blue states. All right. We know about the Second Amendment and everything like that, the attack on it, if you will. Okay. Now, what are they trying to ban? They're trying to ban assault rifles. They're trying to ban large capacity magazines, whatever the hell that would be. Okay. 30 round mag in an AR-15 is a standard magazine. Unless you're talking drum magazines or whatever, so be it. But then again, what's the point? You can only go as fast as you can pull your finger anyway, and I can change a mag out in a couple of seconds. But the point of doing this is, a, how do you want to put it, a freedom stick, a pew-pew stick, whatever you guys want to call it, your weapon does not have to be a carbine powered or gunpowder powered or anything like that weapon. Okay. Now, sure, you can have a baseball bat or a golf club or a hockey stick or whatever to protect your home. But I've said many times before, or of course a knife, right? But the last thing you want to do is ever let that intruder get close enough to you that he can do damage to you. All right. And this goes back to cover and concealment. All right. Especially at some people's age, you figure, and I'm not going to overgeneralize here, but you'll get it. The majority of people that break into houses are, probably somewhere between their late teens and maybe early 40s. Okay. Not a whole lot of 72-year-old cat burglars out there. But for a lot of us, that means that we are the older, inevitably a little bit slower than they are. So, you certainly don't want to get into a fist fight for most people. I get it. There's plenty of people out there that could probably easily hold their own too. But again, it's not a risk you want to take. So where I say something like this, if you can't own a firearm because of the state you live in, look at something else that can, for all intents and purposes, fire a projectile, but is not considered a gun. Now, I know what everybody's thinking. Well, a bow and arrow or something like that. Well, sure, the bow is 5 feet long, and good luck trying to maneuver that around your house if you're trying for home defense. So, this is what I'm talking about. All right. This is a pistol grip crossbow. I'll try to show it to you from all sides here. But obviously that's the bottom, side, top. Okay. And it works just like any other handgun. Okay. Now, of course, you're not going to get the feet per second that you will out of a 9mm or a 45 ACP or something like that. And I'll show you this in a second. That's your ammo, okay? And the nice part about this is, unless you break a few, which of course I've done, it's also reusable, okay? So you can get yourself, say 100 of these, practice with them, and, now you have a weapon, if you will, that you can move around. Obviously, it's slightly bigger than a pistol because you've got everything in here, so you got a little bit more width to it, but definitely has some stopping power. I don't want to get hit by one of these. I'll tell you that right now. All right. I don't know what the feet per second is or whatever it is, but, very simple to load. Granted, you don't have a magazine for this, so it's 1 by 1. Okay. But again, there's the top. You can see I've got it cocked for all intents and purposes. And it's loaded, okay? And I can move her around and everything of the sort, and it's not falling out or anything. It's upside down, so, you can see the arrow's still in there. All right, so what I did, just to give you an idea, And I'm out here, like I said, this is the first time using this one. But I've been out here trying to zero it a little bit. So I'm sitting probably about 25 yards away from a cardboard box with a bunch of house tar paper, roof wrap, with the asphalt paper that you put on top of the roof. And I filled it in there because I shot the first one at the box, and I've got it in front of my firewood, and it went right through the box, no problem, and stuck in the firewood. So if it'll stick into a piece of firewood, that'll tell you the penetrating power. But at least with this, and I'll show you here in a second, for penetration, going through the box, no problem, and pretty much getting stuck in rolls and rolls and rolls of tar paper. But I'll see if I can move everything over here and flip the camera, if I can get this set up so you can see where I'm talking. All right, so there's, I'm trying to set this. All right, so you can kind of see. You got to bear with me because I'm trying to hold the camera and fire at the same time. So here we go. So hopefully you could hear the thump, but that's literally what we got. So let's take a look over here and see where I am on here. Not a bad shot, I will say. Okay, so if you can see it, I'm just above the bullseye there, which I'm not going to complain, but okay, I'll say this is a little lucky because as I'm zeroing, you can see I'm here, 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 and here. So I've pretty much got my zero set in. But as you can see how far that sunk in, all the way up to the fins, and forgive me for all the archers out there if I'm not using the correct terminology. And again, like I said, where is it here? Concrete paper, that I've got rolled up. You can see if in there, you can see one of them I broke off. But you can see the penetration that it's getting into there. So yeah, that is definitely going to mess up somebody's day. And if I can try to get this out, that thing's stuck in there. There it is. But I now have a round I can use again. So that's kind of what I wanted to show you guys real quick. Just because you can't have your freedom stick or your pew-pew stick or whatever it would be, doesn't mean that you can't have some sort of self-defense item. The other thing is not overly expensive comparatively. I think this one was probably the bow itself was, I think it was about 80 bucks. And the arrows, if I remember correctly, I think we got 100 of them for about 30 bucks or something like that. So not bad at all, little over $100, and you've got something that has some serious stopping power, is not on the list of things that you can't have, and can certainly protect you in any sort of invasion or whatever would be. Like I said, downfall to it, obviously you've got to reload it every time. It's not, you're not going to go click, 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 click like you would with a semi-automatic or even a revolver. But at least with something like this, you can get something downrange, and if somebody hears that or you hit somebody with it, that's going to freak out anybody else, or they hear this thump if you hit the wall, they're going to be like, oh shit, there's something coming at me. So if anything, there's some fear factor to it too. So I thought I'd give you guys that as an alternative to what you can use in the way of a self-defense item. So there's a Monday morning for you guys. Happy day. Pinball out.